Ukraine tensions, US trying to draw Russia into war, Putin says. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has accused the US of trying to draw his country into a war in Ukraine. He said America's goal was to use a confrontation as a pretext to impose more sanctions on Russia. Mr. Putin also said the US was ignoring Russia's concerns about the European expansion of NATO, the Western military alliance.
Our Western associates are escalating the situation by supplying Kiev with lethal modern weapons, conducting provocative military maneuvers in the Black Sea and in other regions near our borders.
First, we've been very clear that if there is any further Russian aggression in terms of sending Russian forces into Ukraine, there will be a swift, there will be a severe, and there will be a united response.
The US and its allies accuse Russia of planning to invade Ukraine, something Russia has repeatedly denied. On Tuesday, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken tweeted that the US was committed to preventing a conflict that is in no one's interest. Meanwhile, Spanish newspaper El País has released what it says are confidential documents the US and NATO sent to Russia last week, including offers of talks on cutting back on nuclear weaponry and trust-building measures in exchange for reducing tensions over Ukraine. A NATO official told the BBC the alliance never comments on alleged leaks. President Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Moscow was aware of the report, but that they did not publish it and did not want to comment on it, according to AFP news agency.
Some people here believe that Mr. Putin sees himself as a leader on an historic mission to try to bring Ukraine back into Russia's orbit, and not only to do that, but to re-establish for Moscow a sphere of influence in this part of the world.
It is the right time to remind the whole world that Ukraine has been living under the threat of invasion, and for some parts for Ukraine, real invasion and occupation for the past 8 years. But this time it really feels different.
In recent weeks, Russia has moved about 100,000 troops, equipped with everything from tanks and artillery to ammunition and air power, to Ukraine's border. It comes 8 years after the country annexed Ukraine's southern Crimea peninsula and backed a bloody rebellion in the eastern Donbas region.
Recognition is very important for our republic. We fought for this. We spilled our blood for this. The end goal is to be part of the Russian Federation.
We won't move 1 inch towards the east, they told us in the 1990s. And what happened? They deceived us. They brazenly tricked us.
Moscow in turn accuses the Ukrainian government of failing to implement an international deal to restore peace to the east, where at least 14,000 people have been killed and Russian-backed rebels control swathes of territory.
We have everyone's full and permanent support by Ukraine's international partners, by Europe, and United States in particular.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, however, warned on Tuesday that a Russian invasion would not be a war between Ukraine and Russia. This would be a war in Europe, a full-scale one.
And as ever, the European Union stands by Ukraine in these difficult circumstances. We are very firm in our resolve.
Den Export von letalen Waffen.
Germany has not supported the export of lethal weapons in recent years.